Facebook, the untold story of its early days, critics, and rivals. Today, Facebook is one of the most recognizable websites in history. Billions of people have used it to connect with friends, share photos, follow news, and build online communities. But Facebook's rise was far from inevitable. In fact, during its early years, few people could have predicted that a college networking site would grow into one of the most powerful technology companies on Earth. The story begins in 2004 at Harvard University. A 19-year-old student named Mark Zuckerberg launched a website called The Facebook. Originally, it wasn't available to the public. Only Harvard students could join. What many people don't know is that Facebook was initially one of many social networking websites competing for attention. At the time, social media looked very different. Young internet users spent their time on platforms like MySpace, Friendster, and other communities that have largely faded from memory. Facebook's early advantage wasn't flashy technology, it was exclusivity. Users needed a university email address to join. That limitation created a sense of trust and identity that many competing platforms lacked. Another little-known fact is that Facebook's famous blue color scheme may have been influenced by Zuckerberg's red-green color blindness, making blue one of the colors he could see most clearly. As Facebook expanded beyond colleges, growth exploded. The company attracted investors, developers, and advertisers. Soon, Facebook wasn't simply a website, it was becoming a platform. Then came one of the most famous controversies in Silicon Valley history. The founders of a competing social networking idea, Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, claimed Zuckerberg used ideas developed while working on their project. The dispute eventually resulted in a settlement worth millions of dollars and became the basis for the movie The Social Network. As Facebook grew, it faced increasingly powerful competition. One rival was MySpace. In the mid-2000s, many experts believed MySpace would dominate social networking for years. Instead, Facebook's cleaner design and real identity approach attracted users at an incredible rate. Later came challenges from Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and countless startups attempting to become the next major social platform. Facebook responded by acquiring companies and expanding aggressively. One of the most important acquisitions was Instagram in 2012. At the time, some observers questioned the purchase. Today, it is considered one of the most successful acquisitions in technology history. The company also purchased WhatsApp, gaining access to one of the world's largest messaging networks. But success brought criticism. Privacy concerns became a recurring issue. Critics argued Facebook collected enormous amounts of personal data. Others worried about how information spread across the platform. The company faced scrutiny over misinformation, political advertising, election influence, content moderation, and the effects social media might have on mental health. Some critics argued Facebook had become too powerful. Supporters argued it simply provided tools that billions of people voluntarily chose to use. Another lesser-known criticism came from former employees and early investors who questioned whether social media platforms were becoming addictive by design. These concerns sparked broader conversations throughout the technology industry. In 2021, Facebook's parent company changed its name to Meta. The move signaled a shift toward virtual reality, augmented reality, and the concept of the metaverse. Not everyone was convinced. Some investors questioned whether the company's massive investments would pay off. Others viewed it as a necessary step toward the next generation of computing. More than 2 decades after its launch, Facebook remains one of the most influential platforms in history. Its rise transformed communication, marketing, politics, media, and culture around the world. Yet the debate continues. Did Facebook simply connect the world? Or did it create challenges that society is still trying to understand? Whatever the answer, Facebook's story remains one of the most fascinating and controversial chapters in the history of the Internet.